I'm Chandni Ravi. I'm the Deputy Director at Ernakulam Medical Center, a multi-specialty hospital in Kochi. Above all, I'm a mom to two beautiful munchkins, aged 5 and 12. Cooking has always been my passion, and I love to cook around the world. I always find that time is the biggest constraint we moms have, but yet we have to feed our baby tummies with great, nourishing, good looking food. Now, Independence Day is round the corner, and I would like to show you a tricolored pasta which you could make for your babies and talk to them about our great country whilst eating the great food we are going to cook today. So let's get started. Today, we're going to do a three-color or the tricolor pasta. So there are three parts to this pasta. So the first one is a green part, which is the pesto pasta. It is incredibly healthy and a small twist to it. You are free to play around with the ingredients you like. The second one is the white color, which is going to be a corn-based pasta. And the third one is the saffron. So we're going to use all the saffron-based colors like the carrots, the tomatoes, and the red capsicums. And they are all easy to whip up. The beauty about this is you can, have it for the Independence Day, as well as you have 3 whole meals which you can have it in 3 separate days. So let's get started. So for the first one, I'm going to do the carrot pasta. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to saute all the vegetables with a bit of the mixed herbs and the garlic, and then I'm just going to puree it. For the second pasta, it's just a simple corn pasta sauteed in garlic and a bit of red chili flakes for a bit of heat. And the third one is the pesto pasta. In the normal pesto pasta, it's just basil leaves and pine nuts. But because I don't have access to the pine nuts in this lockdown, I've just used indigenous nuts, that's cashew nuts. So let's get into the process now. A great Italian tip which I have picked up in Australia was the pasta has to be hot. So basically, while you're finishing up the sauce, the pasta should be ideally just finishing up its cooking as well to your liking. That's in the Italian way, al dente. So that's why I'm having the pasta cooking in the side while I'm going to start preparing my sauce. My sauces are pretty simple, straightforward, and I like it packed with nutrients. So I don't like really cook it to the overcooked consistency, but just done so that the natural sweetness of the vegetables come out. So let's start with the saffron pasta. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the heat, and once the pan starts heating up or goes into the smoking, I'm going to start the rest of the process. I'm using normal olive oil over here because for extra virgin olive oil, I normally use it for salads and things where I don't want any cooked ingredients coming in. So this is my personal choice. You're free to use whatever oil is with you. So now the oil has heated up. And I'm going to start the process. So for this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the garlic over here. Just a couple of flakes. And then a bit of the chili flakes. This is just for a flavor, okay? Now I'm going to put in 1 chopped red capsicum, 1 chopped carrot, 1 chopped tomato. Let it saute till the vegetables turn a bit soft. I love the smell of the fresh vegetables like being sauteed in the garlic and chili. The house is like full of great smell. And I love to see the kids' face, when I do this in the evening for my kids. They always come up with that excitement, Mom, what's cooking today? Now that's the greatest pleasure of being a mom, right? Cooking food and your children actually enjoy whatever you make. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle some oregano, plus a bit of mixed herbs as well. So that's up to you, how much you want. In my house, they don't like too much of the mixed herb flavor, so I just put a little bit. I'm going to put a small pinch of sugar as well. This is an Italian Nonna tip. That is, when you put a pinch of sugar, the full flavors of the vegetables come out. A bit of salt as well. Taste and see. More to go. Like a little more softer. This is one of the most beautiful pastas you can make. You can add, minced meat into this. You can also add some cooked chicken into this. You can add whatever vegetables you want. Since we are having Independence Day, I'm doing it like a 3-flavored pasta, but you can always mix and match. And now, when carrots are in flavor, this is one of the best pastas you can make. You can use various vegetables. You don't have to use all of them in one go. That is, you can use, one day carrot with garlic. One day you can use capsicums. The tricolour capsicums. You can puree it. You can use it like as pieces as such, depending on how fussy or how open your kids are. So the options are plenty. There is no hard and fast rule that there's only white pasta and the red pasta. There are lots of simple home-style pastas, which when you go to an Italian home, you can taste, especially if you have a choice to fresh tomatoes in your garden. It's one of the best pastas you can make. I'm just going to taste and see again whether it's soft enough for my liking. Yeah. Now it's got the nice flavors of the mixed herbs and all the vegetables have married up together. So I'm going to leave it for a while and I'm going to grind this down because I want this pasta to look orange in color. So I'm just going to keep it aside to cool down and I'm going to grind it. So there you go. This is something we've just cooked up now and we are going to grind it in a couple of minutes time. I'm just going to let it cool down, but I'm going to show you the next one. I'm not going to wash this pan because I just feel that the great flavors are still on the pan. I'm not going to let go that as a waste. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going in a particular order. I'm going to do the green one next. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm using capsicum. This is a personal touch from my side. You don't have to really, if you're pressed for time, you can just grind the rest of the ingredients, which I'm going to tell you now. But I'm just going to saute some capsicum as well because I like the flavors of capsicum. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat some olive oil. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some garlic. I'm going to put some red chili flakes. The in me likes likes the chili flakes and everything. So I'm just putting some red chili flakes. Then the green capsicum, the nutty crunchy flavor. So I'm going to put some cashews as well. There are many recipes in which cashews are used raw and cashews are used cooked. I like the cooked taste because it softens and I can grind it better. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a quick saute just to get the full flavor of the capsicum. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it cool down. Just before that, I'm just going to put a couple of pinches of salt and some sugar. So a little bit of sugar. A bit of the salt. Now my salt is a little on the lower side. Please feel free to use the salt your family can take. And I'm just going to keep it aside to cool down and I'll run you through the rest of the process shortly. So now I'm going to do the third pasta, the garlic flavored corn pasta. So for that, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to heat up some oil. Now, let me run you through this pasta. This is one of the best pastas I make for my family. So, the beauty about this pasta is it's so versatile. You just use garlic and chili as your base flavor. And then what you do is you can add whatever vegetables you want. It is like, your children will start liking vegetables. And I always say is that when you buy vegetables like zucchini, capsicum, use it the day you buy itself. And the day you make it with the fresh vegetables, and when you make it a week later, the taste is very different. So try to make with your favorite vegetables and make sure that's colorful because little kids love color. And this is one of my most favorite pastas, which I like to make, and my kids also like to ask often. You can also, add broth to make it like a soup, or you can have it like, a stir fry. So the options are plenty over here. Or you can even have the vegetables all cooked up and have it as a bruschetta on a toasted bread. So let's get started. The oil is heated up. So what I'm going to do now is, again, I'm putting my garlic in. Okay. I'm going to put lots of garlic in this. Another tip which I would like to give is, if you can use whole garlic cloves, just crushed on, washed, dried, and then crushed on a pestle, it tastes awesome. Your whole house smells like a great Italian restaurant. So into this, I'm going to put in the chilies. I'm just going to, stir fry and enjoy the aromas, of what Mother Nature gives. I find this is like what is called the heaven on earth, where when you cook, the smells come in and you breathe in, and you can picturize how great the dish is. I always say to my sisters and my friends, when you cook, you should cook with a smile. You know why you should cook with a smile? Because that smile will be present in your food when you give it to your family. Even if it's the simplest food, when it's cooked with love, with smile, with passion, the simplest food becomes the most extraordinary food. So garlic and the chilies have like nicely fried up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the corn into it. This is the good old frozen corn. Always like to have corn in my fridge because corn is so versatile. You can whip up so many snacks with it. And if you don't have any of the vegetables, just open your freezer and then you can use it for making fried rice, or pasta, soups, little treats for your kids. It is one of the most versatile vegetables that kids love. You can also put zucchini. Oh my God, this smell is so good. This is like what I meant as heaven on earth, you know, the smell is so good. Okay, this is like too good. Sorry, people, I get a bit emotional with food. So, and let's put some salt and some sugar. Okay. And now, can I put some sugar? Okay. Now, taste it to see whether it's up to your liking. This is what they say. You get the sweetness, you get the saltiness, you can feel the chili there. And now a bit of herbs. Because we're doing Italian. We have to pretend to be Italian today. I'm putting some herbs. Now the hot pasta. I'm just going to put that in. Put a bit of the water as well, because the water will help it to absorb the taste better. Okay. Let it just cook there and absorb the flavors and let it become a bit dry. So we'll just wait for a while. My hands do itch to put some basil leaves, fresh basil leaves. That's something I can't say no to. But today I'm holding my left hand with my right hand because we're doing independence. So we need to keep up with the theme. So I'm not putting it, but please do that if you do have access to it. Okay, it's nice. I'm not going to make it too dry, but you're most welcome to do so if your kids don't like semi-wet pasta like this. My kids like it a bit like semi-wet, semi-dry, so I'm doing it this way. And I'm going to put what they like the best. Cheese. This is just good old cheddar cheese. So I'm just going to put a bit of that. This is a personal choice. This is the days when I'm normally naughty with my kids. And if they're being great, I say, okay, you can tip how much you want. Otherwise, we have to do a bit of healthy because we've been naughty, before that, then I say, look, kids, we've been naughty. Let's put less cheese for today. So that's the white one. So I'm going to put it onto my plate and we'll continue with the rest of the pastas. I'm turning off the heat. This is the first part, and we'll cover it up with the other two colors. So be patient. So next thing what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make the pesto sauce. So for that, what we need is, so remember we had cooked up the capsicum and the cashews. Now into this, what I'm going to add is a good squeeze of lime. I'm going to put the seeds in. So I'm just using my hand over here. Okay, doing that. That is basil leaf. Now basil leaf is the king of spices. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear it up with my hands. You can use as much as you want, as little as you want. Now if you don't have this, you can always use a mix of coriander, mint, or even the tulsi you have in your garden. And I'm going to use a bit of cheese as well. Now, when I use the cheese, originally we are supposed to use Parmesan cheese, but I don't have access to it. So I'm just using my humble cheddar cheese. And I'm going to grind it using my stick blender. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch it on to just blend it. Let's just taste it. So I'm being naughty. I'm just going to use my hand to taste. My salt is good for me. It's just a pleasant pasta. I mean, I don't like just that herby taste. Something always goes missing. For me, I feel like calling it a hariali pasta, not a pesto pasta. That's why I've added a little more of capsicum and herbs, so that the full flavor comes out. This is my personal flavor. As again I said, it's really whatever you have in your house, just play around and see what your family likes the best. So this is done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot pasta. Okay. The cooked hot pasta over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of that. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. This is what is called heaven on earth. I'm just going to get a good mix. Beautiful green color. Okay. And it's a simple pasta. Want to add cheese? Go ahead, add cheese. Who's stopping you? This is your kingdom. You're the queen. You can do what you want. So, here you go. The good pasta. I'm bringing my plate here. Okay. And plate it up. Yum, yum. Ooh. Lots of the goodness in the sauce. You know what? You should then thank yourself and pat yourself at the back and say, you know what? Gave such great food to my family. I'm their doctor. Food is medicine. Tell yourself these great words. Tell them, how's it? You need to tell me that I'm doing a good job. If you say that, I'll make more food for you. So that's the second one. Wow, look at that. Let's do the third one. So that's a carrot pasta. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a quick rinse. I would normally do this washing up, but because we want this red color to remain there, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, wash it this time. This is not me. I don't do this. So let's grind it up again. Now I like the stick blender. You know why? Because it's not like the mixies. You can, use it for grinding hot or semi-hot gravies or sauces. It's a working mom's or a busy mom's best friend. So please. Now again, something which I want to say is you can choose whether you want it a coarse paste or a fine paste. It's really again how your family likes. I'm trying to do coarse paste because I want my kids to really enjoy the goodness of each vegetable. And they should be able to know that, okay, mom, there was capsicum, this. I give them these little quizzes so that they appreciate mommy nature more and the vegetables more. So there you go. Wow, this is so fine. Love this. So done the third one. let's do this. It's going to, put it all back. Don't like to waste things. So I'm just going to put, oh, and the third one, actually, I'd like to just heat up the pasta with the sauce. I'm just going to, bring it back to the pan and just heat it up so that the full taste gets in. If you don't have time, you're pressed for it, don't worry about it. Just, mix it up and give it to your kids. And there's a great lunch box. So I'm just going to put it back into the pan. Heating up again. So let's just wait. Let it just smoke up. Put a little bit of olive oil. I'm just showing you a different method. The beauty about this particular sauce is that you can make it and keep it in your fridge for a week. And if you don't have time or you made a lot and you just don't want to keep using it, a great option is put it in little ice cubes, keep it in the freezer. Once it's become, like little ice cubes, what you can do is take it out and keep it inside your inside a container or a Ziploc bag. So, when your kids have to go to school or you have some guests or the kids are just hungry, you can take a couple of your cubes out, thaw it and mix it up with some pasta. And there you go, you get a beautiful little pasta. You can also use this as a base for great soups as well. So let's get started. Just going to put some olive oil. Oh, yes. Get it up. Okay. The oil just heat up. Okay. So now our sauce is heated up. Okay. Sorry, our oil is heated up. Getting too excited. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now I'm going to put the sauce. And I get my food very hot. At least one meal I have to have like super hot, because you can create heaven every day in your own home. And kids, for me, I always like them to remember great things about mom, and one should be always food, because sometimes I feel food is what brings people alive. And our loved ones are not always with us; they have to leave sometime. And then what is it which connects us with them again? It is food. And I always see my mom, my mother-in-law, all reminiscing about their, departed moms, and they say, sometimes when they get these smells, that's what mom used to cook. So that's something I feel is a duty to our kids to create good memories. And when we can make, simple, you don't have to make a feast every day, but simple, wholesome, loving food, it's more than enough. You've actually done your job. So the sauce is heated up. Check for your seasonings. If something you need, just put in straight away now. It's a great time. For me, it's all good. So I'm just going to put my pasta in. Trying it up for the time being. So I'm going to put that in. And just going to do a good mix. Look at that. If you feel it's too dry, you can add a couple of splashes of water. This is like a twist from the normal red, tomato pasta, because many times people are just doubtful. Just eating tomatoes, is that enough? Have I done my share of giving the nutrients? So just add a few more of your favorite veggies, and then see how it goes. This is, I came up with this as an accident, really. Once I was like cooking the, I was thinking of cooking spaghetti bolognese, and then what happened was I didn't have tomatoes. And then I had lots of carrots sitting there. And I thought, okay, let me see how it goes. And the greatest food are made by the greatest accidents. And then the sauce turned out to be even better. And my husband and my kids said, you know what, add carrots the next time and capsicums. It does give life to the pasta. And it gives it a variety taste as well. Because anyway, when you go to the restaurants, they are just going to add only tomatoes. So yeah, you've done that. I would add basil again, as I said, but I'm not, because today's Independence. We are doing it in a, we are having a theme with us. So I'm again holding my right hand with my left, and I'm not doing that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some good sprinkle of cheese. Flavor lighting. That gives me a good sense of achievement. I love seeing this, these little sights. I'm a person of small happiness. When I see this kind of things, great smells, great taste, I'm instantly transported. And now we have to be used to instant transportation because planes are not there anymore. So we have to create what we want. We can't go to places we like to normally. Hopefully this all ends. Everyone is safe again. So let me plate it up. Then I will show you what it has come to. So, okay, I'm just going to plate it. And my pasta is ready.